Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we got MORSA versus EFOL. Let's take a look at the teams and see who's bringing what. For the side of MORSA, Ragnar, first seeing of a Holland, first seeing of a Druid. I love qualifier days and seeing all the new ships. Goliath, Moskva, Des Moines, Stalingrad, and Double Ohio.
Give me freedom.
For the side of EFOL, Des Moines, Daring, Minnow, Stalingrad, Napoli, Venezia, and Ohio. So similar to what we've already seen, ladies and gentlemen, from a lot of teams for them, but some new things that we start to see as we continue on. Now, as we look into this, ladies and gentlemen, surprised by the early push into the middle here with the Darings. Could work for them, could be poor. I'm interested to see the 9-10 line push here. That's going to inevitably come out from something, especially on the side of EFOL. And then I'm intrigued by the Holland choice. The Holland choice to me is very interesting because of the fact that you don't usually see it. Holland's well known for being an anti-air DD. There's not exactly any CVs here or even hybrid BBs for it. So you get the Holland in, and usually you'll see people take Ragnars or Darings or Gearings. So intrigued by the Holland. No smoke, weaker torps. Really interested to see how they're going to use this one and what the justification is here. Now, as we look in here, so you can see those torps coming out. Early capping going on in B for the side of EFOL, though McIllum is really begging to get radared by the Ragnar. Ragnar's detected. There's the radar. Daring smokes up. Problem for the Daring choosing to do that is he's going to have to come out of the cap anyway, and now he's burned the smoke. He gets out of the cap, but he's burned the smoke. Ragnar loses the radar, but Daring has already used the smoke. Now, smoke for the Daring is back quicker, so he's got that advantage. Because he can back in, but the Ragnar is still there to play area denial. Stalingrad taking some damage here. He hasn't used the DCP or such yet, but he is down already almost 10k health. Another big chunk. Those shots from downtown are doing work, and there's the fires coming. The Ragnar can continue to just spam the Stalingrad down slowly but surely, force out those DCPs, force out those heals. That's a big advantage. Holland is capping the side of C for MORSA, and A is being contested between a Druid and a Minotaur, which is kind of... Minotaur and Minotaur Light are contesting A here, chat. Minotaur and Minotaur Light are contesting. Now, shots coming out from downtown onto the Des Moines. Des Moines takes only about an overpen's worth of damage. And I love that you have the Druid and the Minnow just playing each other. Downside for the Druid is the fact that it doesn't have exactly, you know, torps. So nothing's gonna happen with A. Points lead is gonna tick in favor slowly but surely of the side of EFOL due to C being denied by the Daring, and the Holland not preventing it, but we're gonna have to see how these pushes start to tick out here. Okay, so B now being contested, C about to be recontested. Points lead 32 in favor of EFOL. This is being a very cautious game right now. Very cautious game right now. Is the Minnow about to push out? Druid doesn't know about the Venezia yet, does he? Which is a problem. It's a big problem. And both of them are forced out of the cap, so now the points start ticking up again. Daring smokes up, starts to try to farm down the Ohio. And watch this Napoli of Bloodhawks. Bloodhawk being over there. If the Goliath can get on that flank without taking massive damage like he just did, critical misfire there, the Goliath can absolutely do some work on that flank. Problem is he needs to get on that flank. Sandy Stag also hurting. They're using the heal. They haven't popped the DCP yet, but down to 29,000. 20,000 now in the Des Moines. Man, that Goliath is doing work right now. People forget how much, like, how hard hitting the Goliath can be. C now being contested and claimed, and now that points lead will start to drop. Venezia is about to have angle on the Druid. They've got to be very careful with that. They see the smoke, but the Moskva's not close enough to spot it, and now the Druid's got to back off so he doesn't die. Ragnar versus Daring at similar health. I do really like the Ragnar. Yeah, so you can see Morsa's plan here is get rid of that Des Moines. You kill off the Des Moines of Sandy Stag, you then have an ability. Oh, and the Daring gets the Holland with Torps. Holland unable to get out. First blood goes to the side of EFOL. Sandy Stag, though, down to 1900 and dropping. And Sandy Stag goes down, so that does balance it back out a little bit. And with Seep Cap being taken, you have at least that going for you. But that hurts losing your Holland there, basically for free. And here's the Daring Ragnar fight I talked about. And as I said, you much prefer being the Ragnar here. Ragnar has a massive advantage he just put in there. Daring gets Dark down at 7,900 health, down to 6,900. He's going to heal up to about 8k. The problem is with that 8,100, look at the Ragnar. Ragnar has a heal going as well, and he's got a 14,000 health lead with you. Robbie is getting hosed by that Daring, though. And now here comes the interesting one. Goliath versus Napoli. Napoli should absolutely murder the Goliath on this angle. Absolutely should be murder. Now watch over here as we go out to a big stacked view. This Venezia. Ohio pushing him. Big chunks coming out. That Venezia is in a problem spot. Down to 19,000. Here comes the Stalingrad. Here comes everything. That Venezia should not be long for this world. If that Venezia survives much longer, it's a miracle. Down to 5,400. Doesn't have the smoke or the heal ready. I mean, that Venezia is gone. You just need to do it quickly so you can get onto that minnow, which is what Morsa wants to do. Morsa wants to do that, get onto the minnow, go from there. They get the Venezia. They take the 2-1 ship lead. They're up by 50 points right now, and now the Ohio is going to come around on that minnow, and that minnow is going to be dead in the water. Here come the Torps. The Ohio knows the Torps are coming. And minnow goes a pop. Now, did the minnow get the angle on the Torps? It looks like the minnow did. Oh, the Ohio. That is a beautiful cross Torp. So, trading minnow for Ohio doesn't feel the greatest. Morsa feels really rough with that, but you did get A. You forced them back, and now you can start to cut across the map. For the side of EFOL, you got rid of one of their 2 457mm gun battleships, but you've also got to deal with that push coming across B now. And the Ragnar, remember, Ragnar has 1 radar left. He's popping shots on the Daring. He hasn't used the radar yet. And if he can get hits on the Daring, because the Daring has no heals left. Oh, they do get the Goliath right before he would have gotten the heal off. So that balances out the ship count. It's an 8-point lead and dropping for the side of EFOL. Ragnar is not getting as accurate a shots as I expected, but he is starting to work that daring down. 9,700. Remember, daring cannot heal, and now here come the front shots from the druid. That's a dead daring. Ragnar just waits, kept the daring interested long enough in brilliant play, and now if they don't kill him before he gets into his smoke, the Ragnar can cut back and just kill him, but he should die here. Surprised the Ragnar didn't get into position to do it. Now, Des Moines versus Napoli and Ohio down here. Napoli coming around. If you're the Des Moines, you honestly consider the ram there. You don't want to if the Napoli doesn't turn in, but if the Napoli turns into you, you can't afford to let him drive by and torp you. So you absolutely consider it. Daring pinched between two radars. Daring is gone, ladies and gentlemen. Down to 788. Down to 0. He is done. And the Ragnar will get away without dying. And now Des Moines gets the Napoli. I wouldn't have gone for the drive-by there because the Napoli torps, but Des Moines manages to survive. So a 2-ship lead for MORSA, and they're looking to close this game out here pretty soon, chat. Daring coming back in, second one. Ragnar does have a heal left, so he'll be able to counteract the Daring reasonably well, but it won't be perfect. So, Daring and Ragnar now in that fight. Ragnar does have the heal ready. He's got to get the positioning right, and he's got to win. He pops the heal. He's got to get the shots in on that Daring. If you're the side of MORSA. EFOL, Tattooed AF, is trying to just murder the Ragnar. He's doing a pretty good job. The problem is then you get the shells coming in from the Ohio, and now the Ragnar suddenly has a health lead, and your heal is almost gone. Stalingrad, Ohio starting to execute over to here, but now you've got a full health Moskva and a full health Stalingrad just saying, "Hi, Jigo. How you doing?" Ohio cuts into C. That'll keep the lead locked at 300 points. 7 minutes, 17 seconds left, but Roby does have tank. And they get the Druid. The Druid does go down there. I missed that. Good play from the Daring. Well played there. Ohio trying to take the cap, but he's just not in a position to. That Ohio of M26 Tony Tank, which is a great name, by the way, is just dead. He's got heals left, so he'll outlive Roby, but the Des Moines of Mr. Onion should be in position to finish it. And with the Daring of Tattooed down to 3,300, Ragnar, even with no heals, no radar, can just push and roll it. You can see what I mean. The Ohios are, I mean, it's a 17,000 health lead right now, but that Des Moines just adding in the shots is making a world of difference here to keep it balanced even with the heals. And now here comes the Ragnar farming out as well. MORSA trying to hold on to this lead. They're in a good spot. I mean, they're up a ship. M26 Tony the Tank is gone. Yeah. Roby is still alive. Even if he dies right here, it's too late. There's been too much damage on Tony the Tank. Ooh, feels rough to get the ricochets. And they do get Roby, but as we said, Tony the Tank goes down right behind it, and so now it's the 2 caps and the 200-point lead ticking, and you're still down a ship. Stalingrad of Harry D interesting name, is looking like he's close to going down. Jigo, 33,000. Moskva Peter Kuhn has had a Moskva player's wet dream of a game. Just sitting and farming on an island the entire time as battleships sit there and offer you stuff to shoot.
Remain. Everything is at stake. The enemy's victory.
Daring knows it has to go for C. The problem is there's a Des Moines over there that, while the radar's gone, is still going to be pushing up. Now, yeah, Daring is in a problem spot. He can't go to C. Looks like he's turning around and realizing that because of the Des Moines. Stalingrad of Harry trying not to die. 46 seconds to the heal. And Peter Kuhn still having fun. Ohio of Hightower has 2 heals left. He has the DCP ready. And really at this point, the play has to be made by the side of EFOL. MORSA's got the hold. EFOL's got to make the play. And so far, EFOL doesn't look like it's positioned to make the play. Stalingrad, Harry is going to get his heal off. Ohio of Hightower can heal as well. But I don't think the positioning is where it needs to be. Jigo and Mr. Onion are going to run into each other fairly soon. And now the broadside on in Ohio. Wow, he gets robbed. And now the Stalingrad of Jigo spot, and so the Ragnar can just sit there, back up into a spot where he can shoot, while the Des Moines of Mr. Onion just... no heals left on Jigo, and Jigo has used his DCP. 1 minute and 10 seconds. You gotta get into a cap now, but where's the cap you get into? You gotta cap or you gotta kill now. Where do you get to? Where do you go? And that's the problem is they're running into. They don't have a place to go. And now Des Moines and Stalingrad about to be in on each other. Ragnar putting shots in, getting some decent damage. Des Moines trying to get the guns broke. Problem is this is going to end up being a ram most likely. Yeah, this is going to be a ram. Or is it? Stalingrad didn't go for the ram. Oh my goodness, and MORSA just says, bye Stalingrad. I genuinely thought Stalingrad would go for the ram, maybe try to gain a little more time or such, but he doesn't, and ladies and gentlemen, that means your winner. That's not right. Is MORSA. There we go.